like I was saying, just kind of growing up with a lot of our young guys, and we're just going to keep trying to improve and get better and learn how to win. And that's an exciting time to be in for a franchise. I think when you kind of see some guys come up and make that impact, and I think we're all just kind of looking forward to keep getting better, and obviously trying to win more hockey games.
In just 2 days, the NHL's biggest young star shook up the entire league. Connor Bedard didn't score a goal or break a record. He made one announcement. Connor Bedard's quiet move behind the scenes didn't just open contract talks. It triggered a league-wide shift. The league is already reacting, and every team is watching what Chicago does next with the most-watched teenager in hockey. Connor Bedard is 19 years old. He plays for the Chicago Blackhawks in the NHL.
The Chicago Blackhawks are very proud to select, from the Regina Pats, the Western Hockey League, Connor Bedard.
On July 1st, 2025, something important happened. Connor became allowed to talk about a new deal with his team. This is called a contract extension. That means his team can try to keep him for many more years. His current contract is almost done. He is still on his first NHL deal. It was a 3-year deal that started when he turned 18. That contract is worth $2.85 million. It will end after the 2025-26 season. Now that the calendar has hit July, the Blackhawks can offer him a new deal. And they did. The team's general manager, Kyle Davidson, said the talks are happening. He said, he made his thoughts very clear. He's committed to Chicago and wants to be here long-term, and we obviously want him here long-term, so there's mutual agreement there. This means both Connor and the team want to work together for a long time. Connor Bedard had a very good season in 2024 to 2025. He played in all 82 games. He scored 23 goals and made 44 assists. That's 67 total points. He led the team in scoring, and this was his second year in the NHL. In his first year, he had 61 points in 68 games. He won the Calder Trophy that year. That award goes to the best rookie in the NHL. Connor is also the all-time assist leader for Blackhawks teenagers. He has 83 assists as a teen player. He is the most successful young player on the team. Connor has not missed any games this season. Last season, he missed 14 games because he broke his jaw. This year, he stayed healthy the whole time. He also skipped the World Championships this summer. He chose to stay home and train instead. He said he wants to work on getting stronger and better for the next NHL season. News stories say that Connor's new deal talks are affecting the whole NHL. Other teams are watching. They are now changing the way they plan. They are looking at how much money they give players. They are also changing how long they want to sign players for. One article said, Connor Bedard sparks major league-wide changes as NHL free agency turns into a scramble. That was from the Times of India. It shows that other teams are now moving quickly to sign or keep players. This is because Connor's talks could make other players want more money too. Right now, the NHL salary cap is $88 million. That is the most money a team can spend on all its players. But the league says that the cap will go up. Next season, it may be $95.5 million. It could go up to $113 million by the year 2027. That is why some players are waiting. They want to sign short contracts now. That way, they can ask for more money later. NHL stars like Mitch Marner and Connor McDavid may also take shorter deals to get more later. Connor's new deal could be the same, but the team has not said how long it will be. They are still talking. Some experts say Connor should wait. A former NHL team manager, Craig Button, said that Connor should not sign a long deal right now. He said the team is still not good enough. And he said there is no benefit to signing early if the team does not get better. The Blackhawks did not make the playoffs again this year. They had 25 wins, 46 losses, and 11 overtime losses. This is the 5th year in a row they did not make the playoffs. The team is trying to get better. They are bringing in new players. They drafted Cole Martone in 2025. He is a center, just like Connor. He is 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighs 207 pounds. He scored 98 points in 57 junior hockey games. The team also traded for Sam Lafferty. He is a veteran forward. They got him from Buffalo for a 6th-round draft pick. That is not a big trade, but it adds depth. Connor is still the most important player on the team. All the changes are being made to help him. The team wants him to stay. The city wants him to stay. But he needs to see if the team can get better fast. The general manager, Kyle Davidson, said this about helping Connor. "We are doing everything we can to put better players around him. That means they want to give Connor good teammates who can help win games." Right now, Chicago is also trying to sign other young players. They are talking to Frank Nazar and goalie Spencer Knight. They want to build a young team around Bedard. But the big news is still Connor. What he does next could change what every team does. His contract will likely be the biggest one the Blackhawks have ever given. His first contract was simple. It was the standard rookie deal. Now the next deal could be huge. If the team signs him for 8 years, it could be worth more than $100 million. That kind of deal would make Connor one of the highest paid players in the NHL. Right now, the top salary is around $12.5 million per year. Connor could ask for more than that. Teams are watching closely. If he signs a big deal now, other young stars will want the same. If he waits, other players may wait too. That is why this news is important for the whole league. Connor has said he likes Chicago. He said he is happy there. He trains there in the summer. He spends time with teammates. He is trying to be a leader. He has also talked about what he learned in his first 2 seasons. He said, "The NHL is tough. Every game is fast. You have to work hard every day." He is still young, but he already plays like a top player. People around the league respect him. Coaches, players, and fans all say he is one of the best young stars in hockey. This summer, he is working hard. He is not taking time off. He is training every day. He wants to come back stronger for next season. The NHL season starts in October. If Connor signs before then, the team will have time to plan for the future. If he does not sign, the talks could go all year. Either way, this week's news shows that the NHL is watching Connor Bedard. Teams are reacting, players are reacting, agents are watching too. The league is changing fast, and Connor Bedard is at the center of it.
That's a good question. I mean, you want to be in a place where you want to win. That's the whole goal of why we do this. You want to hoist that Stanley Cup. This team has shown that they can do it. I'm lucky enough to now hopefully bring another piece in to help bring it back here.
The silence broke with one message. Something big happened in hockey. Mitch Marner, a player who spent his whole NHL career with the Toronto Maple Leafs, said goodbye to the team.
I was so grateful to play there for 9 years. I said it at my end of the year interview there that I took a risky pick on a small kid from Toronto that, was forever grateful to be able to wear a Maple Leaf jersey and forever to be able to play in front of, some of the greats that ever wore that jersey. But just now as being a family man, a father, we thought our time was, ready to look somewhere else and find a new home and find a new place to grow our family. And like I said, I'm so grateful to be here and so happy to be a part of this team.
Just hours after the trade, he posted a powerful message online. Fans were shocked. He said something no one expected. This isn't just about hockey. It's about loyalty, dreams, and a very tough decision.
I think my whole mindset the whole time I was in Toronto was it was really tough to leave Toronto, to be honest. I didn't ever think it maybe come to that day.
Mitch Marner is no longer a Toronto Maple Leaf. The team traded him to the Vegas Golden Knights in a surprise deal. This happened on July 1st, 2025. On that same day, Marner went to Instagram. He wrote a message to all the fans in Toronto. His words were honest and sad. He said, "Leaving isn't easy." He also said, "This city is where I grew up, where I fell in love with hockey." Marner played 9 seasons with the Maple Leafs. He was born in Markham, Ontario, not far from Toronto. He was drafted by the team in the first round in 2015. Since then, he has scored 741 points in 657 games. That includes 221 goals and 520 assists. Last season, he played 81 games. He had a career-best 102 points. That came from 27 goals and 75 assists. But still, something was missing. Mitch Marner never won a Stanley Cup with Toronto. In his message to fans, he wrote, "When I was drafted, all I wanted was to help bring a Stanley Cup to Toronto. That was always the goal, and I came up short." His words were clear. He didn't make any excuses. He told the truth. He didn't reach the goal he cared about the most. He wanted to win for the city that raised him, and he couldn't do it.
You know, you want to be in a place where you want to win. That's the whole goal of why we do this. You want to hoist that Stanley Cup. This team has shown that they can do it. You know, I'm lucky enough to now hopefully bring another piece in to help bring it back here.
The Maple Leafs traded Marner to Vegas in a deal that included a new contract. The Golden Knights gave him an 8-year deal worth $96 million US. That means he will make $12 million every year until 2033. In return, Toronto got forward Nicholas Roy. The Leafs also made a big move after the trade. They gave forward Matthew Knies a 6-year deal. That contract is worth $46.5 million. These moves show. Brad Treliving is the general manager of the Maple Leafs. He has made many changes to the team. Letting Marner go is one of the biggest so far. The team now has more space in their budget. They can sign other players. They can try to make a fresh start. In Las Vegas, Marner will play with a strong team. The Golden Knights have already won a Stanley Cup. They have a good group of players. Adding Marner makes them even better. He is known for making great passes and scoring big goals. Now he gets to try again, this time in a new city. Marner's Instagram message didn't just thank fans. It also showed how much the team meant to him. He wrote, "Wearing the maple leaf on my chest wasn't just about playing for a team, it was about representing my home." That line showed how personal this was for him. This wasn't just a job, it was a part of who he was. He also wrote, "Toronto will always be home." That tells us something very important. Even though he is leaving, he still loves the place he came from. He still cares about the fans who cheered for him for almost a decade. The news about the trade was shared by many trusted outlets, including Reuters and NHL.com. They reported that Marner's contract was one of the biggest this off-season. They also said that this trade could change the future of both teams. Vegas now has one of the best playmakers in the league. They paid a lot of money, but they believe Marner is worth it. Toronto, on the other hand, is now younger and faster. They may not be stronger yet, but they are building for the future. Fans had different reactions. Some were sad to see Marner go. Others felt it was time for a change. But no one can say Marner didn't give his best. He played hard for the Leafs for 9 straight seasons. He showed up in every way he could. In total, Mitch Marner played 657 games for Toronto. He had 221 goals and 520 assists. That makes 741 points. He also played in many playoff games, but the team never made it past the second round. Many fans hoped this would be the year. The team had good players like Austin Matthews and William Nylander, but they still couldn't get to the final. After another early playoff exit, the team decided it was time to make changes. The trade came quickly after the season ended. The Leafs didn't wait. They sent Marner to Vegas on July 1st. That's the first day of NHL free agency. It's when teams can sign new players. This wasn't just a regular trade, it was a sign and trade. That means Marner signed a new contract with Vegas right after being traded. The deal is for 8 years and worth $96 million. That number is big. Only a few players in the league make more. But Marner is still young. He is just 28 years old. He is in his prime. Vegas hopes he can help them win another Stanley Cup. Marner will join a team with stars like Jack Eichel and Mark Stone. They are already good. Now they are even better. Vegas fans are excited. They believe this trade makes them one of the top teams in the NHL. Meanwhile, in Toronto, things are different. The Leafs are trying to stay competitive, but they are also planning for the long term. Vegas wants to win now. Toronto is trying to win soon, but not right away. Marner's goodbye message was the final piece of the story. It showed his true feelings. He didn't hide anything. He told the fans what they needed to hear. He said thank you. He said sorry. And he said goodbye. The last part of his message read, "Toronto will always be home." That line stayed with fans. It reminded them that even when players leave, memories stay. Stats may fade, but feelings last longer. For 9 years, Mitch Marner was part of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, he is part of the Vegas Golden Knights. He left one team with no championship. He joins another that already has one, but the goal remains the same: win the Stanley Cup. As this season begins, Mitch Marner spoke clearly. He said goodbye with respect and truth. He broke his silence, and in doing so, he shocked everyone.
You know, I know people are going to look at that July 1 day and be looking to see if there's anything done. But for me, I'm just not in a rush that way.
Something big is coming to hockey, and it's not just about one team. On July 1st, Connor McDavid will make a move no one saw coming. That move could change how the best players in the league get paid. It will break a rule that stars have followed for years. What happens next may change the NHL forever.
You know, winning would be it's the most important thing. If I feel that there's a good window to win here over and over again, then signing is no problem.
Scored more than 100 points in many seasons. He has won the MVP award 3 times. On July 1st, the big story won't be about goals or assists. It will be about money, contracts, and something much bigger. McDavid signed his last contract in 2017. It was an 8-year deal worth $100 million. That means he has been making $12.5 million every year. This deal ends in 2026. But NHL rules say a player can start talking about a new contract 2 years before the old one ends. So on July 1st, 2025, McDavid will be allowed to sign a new deal. Most top players sign the longest deal possible. That's usually 8 years, but this time, McDavid is expected to do something very different. Reporters say that McDavid might not want a long contract. Instead, he could ask for a shorter one, maybe just 4 years. Some people even say he could sign for only 2 or 3 years. This is something very few superstars have done. Why would McDavid want a short deal? The answer is the salary cap. The salary cap is the most money a team can spend on its players. This year, the cap is $88 million. Next year, it will go up to $97 million. In a few years, it might go even higher. If McDavid signs a short contract now, he can sign another one later when the cap is much bigger. That means he could make even more money. Other players have done this. Austin Matthews signed a 5-year deal in 2019. In 2023, he signed a 4-year deal. Leon Draisaitl just signed an 8-year deal for $112 million. But McDavid might want something shorter than all of them. Connor McDavid hasn't said much about his plans, but he did say this to NHL.com after the season: "I'm not in a rush to make any decision." He also said, "I need to do what's best for me and my family." These are clues that he is thinking very carefully. The Edmonton Oilers also know what's happening. Their new general manager, Stan Bowman, says he wants to keep McDavid. But McDavid said something important. He said, "If I feel that there's a good window to win here over and over again, then signing is no problem." That means he wants to be sure the team can keep winning. If McDavid signs a short deal, he will be a free agent again in 2029 or 2030. That means other teams will have a chance to try and sign him. Teams like the Maple Leafs, Panthers, Kings, and Flyers might all be watching. If McDavid becomes a free agent, they might try to get him. Experts are saying this could change how NHL contracts work. Sports writer Pierre LeBrun said, "There's a good chance McDavid will sign a shorter deal instead of an 8-year max one." ESPN's Greg Wyshynski said, "It's not just about money, it's about power and timing." Connor McDavid had another amazing season. In 2024 to 2025, he scored 100 points in 67 games. In the playoffs, he scored 33 points in 22 games. That was the most in the league. He was named playoff MVP, even though the Oilers lost in the finals. Because of his great numbers, McDavid is more valuable than ever. If he signs a short deal, he can sign again in a few years for a lot more money. Some people believe he could make over $18 million per year in his next deal. That would be the highest ever in NHL history. This kind of deal gives the player more power. Usually teams like long contracts, but short deals let players choose more often. They can pick better teams or wait for the salary cap to go up. That's why this is such a big deal. Right now, McDavid has a $12.5 million cap hit. If he signs again soon, that number could go way up. If he waits, it might go even higher. And that's why this decision is so important. It affects not just him, but the whole NHL. Some reporters say McDavid may take a deal with only 2 or 3 years, and if he wins a Stanley Cup in that time, he could leave Edmonton as a free agent and pick any team he wants. Connor McDavid's next contract could change everything. It might change how young players sign their first big deals. It might change how teams plan their future. And it might change how much money top stars can make. This is why so many people are watching July 1st. That's the day McDavid is allowed to start contract talks. If he signs a short deal, other players may copy him. That could mean big changes in the NHL's old contract system. And if McDavid does leave Edmonton in a few years, it could be one of the biggest moves in NHL history. Teams will spend a lot of money to get a player like him. But right now, the Oilers still have a chance to keep him. Whether he signs for 2 years, 4 years, or 8 years, McDavid is changing the game, not just on the ice, but at the contract table. He didn't need to say a lot. Just by thinking about a short deal, he has already made waves across the NHL. On July 1st, the Hawks might change everything.